going to jail now.
Okay, what's
You
up,
going to
nigga?
jail now.
They got indicted for the third time. You done got indicted for the third time. You done got indicted for the third time. You done got indicted for the third time.
Second video for the day. So I'm still JJTP, a lawyer, not your lawyer, still a super lawyer. And Mr. Plies is correct. Trump has been indicted again. So let's talk about it really quickly.
Girl. Sorry.
Hold on a sec.
Girl.
This man served 4 years as president, for which he has been indicted now 3 times and been impeached twice in the 1 term that he served. I mean, that's gotta be some type of Xbox achievement, or at least something. So this news is pretty breaking as I'm filming this pretty much live, limited edits here, but I do have the indictment here in my hand, but let's talk about a little bit of the background. Obviously, we all know what happened on January 6th. This is what this current indictment is for. Obviously, he also has the indictment for the classified document thing down in Florida in Mar-a-Lago, and then New York's got him for that whole tax issue. I believe Georgia's looking for him as well because they, try to get the election flipped. There was that issue, and I mean, he's done a couple things. Right now, let's talk about this. So let me get into this right here. Giving this a quick read through, I have this indictment here. It says here there are 4 counts. So they got him on the 371, which is a general conspiracy to defraud the United States government. That gets charged, whatever. Basically, you commit a fraud, and basically there's 2 people involved. They'll always throw that charge in. It's actually a pretty big charge, but pretty common, no big deal. Pretty something you'll see here. They got him on the 1512K. That's conspiracy to, I believe that's conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding. That's probably with the time that he tried to send the people to invade the Capitol. That's probably frowned upon in this country. We don't do that. Let's see what else we got. 1512E2, obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding. So not only they got him on the conspiracy to do it, which means that he worked with somebody else on doing it, but also they're charging him as someone who did it directly. And the 4th charge here is 241, conspiracy against rights. So I'm gonna get into this a little bit. So just so for reference, all these are 18 USC. I didn't mention that, but it's a lawyer thing. I mean, most criminal statutes fall in that 18 USC category. So if you want to look them up, 18 USC 371, 18 USC 1512K, 18 USC 1512C22, and 18 USC 241. But let's get into it. If you guys get this, I'm going to read down to paragraph 4. It's 45 pages total. So they got here shortly after election day, the defendant, Mr. Trump, also pursued unlawful means of discounting legitimate votes and subverting election results. In doing so, the defendant perpetrated 3 criminal conspiracies. That would be A, conspiracy to defraud the United States government by dishonesty, fraud, and deceit to impair, obstruct, and defeat the lawful federal election function by which the results of a presidential election were collected, counted, and certified by the federal government in violation of 18 U.S.C. 371. Then, we have a conspiracy to corruptly obstruct and impede the January 6th congressional proceedings at which the collected results of the presidential election are counted and certified. The certifying procedure, that's 18 U.S.C. 1512K, and C, a conspiracy against the right to vote and have one's vote counted in violation of 18 U.S.C. 241. So that's what he's basically charged with. And while you see 3 conspiracies there, is because there are 2 counts of the 18 U.S.C. 1512 C2, which is what seems to be happening here. But let's go on a little more. It's TRDL. Basically, they cite to all the states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, etc., Georgia, where he basically attempted to change the vote or have the vote changed in some way. And they basically charged him with it. And then they charged him with basically using the violence in the Capitol from January 6th to try to have the election overturned, which we kind of all saw on TV, which suggests,
don't drop the soap.
all joking aside, is a serious matter. And we must respect the fact that all Americans are innocent until proven guilty, whether we like them or not, including Mr. Trump. That being said, a grand jury consisting of 16 to 23 people reviewed the evidence and returned a true bill, which means that there was more evidence than not, probable cause, that Mr. Trump did in fact commit these 4 crimes. And so what does that mean? Now, he will have to stand trial. This is in fact extraordinary because no other president has ever been indicted. I mean, Ulysses S. Grant, he was arrested that one time because he was... Okay, seriously. He was arrested for speeding and he was released and fined. So no big deal, right? Cool. Then, of course, everyone knows Richard Nixon, but he was pardoned by Gerald Ford before he was arrested. And of course, Bill Clinton, who did a little bit of the, you know, what is thing, but that wasn't criminal. This is the first time that someone's ever indicted a president. And not only has he been indicted one time, but as of today, August 2nd, he's been indicted 3 times, bro.
You just got indicted for the 3rd time. You just got indicted for the 3rd time. You just got indicted for the 3rd time. You just got indicted for the 3rd time.
In 3 different courts, you a habitual line stepper.
You know, he would step across the line. Habitually, he's a habitual line stepper.
You habitually step over the line. This is unprecedented. The fact of the matter is that all former presidents receive Secret Service protection. But what do you do if the president's in jail, right? So now we really do have a constitutional crisis. And it's funny because Mr. Trump actually predicted this himself. Here, take a look.
We could very well have a sitting president under felony indictment and ultimately a criminal trial. It would create an unprecedented constitutional crisis that would cripple the operations of our government. She is likely to be under investigation for many years, and also it will probably end up, in my opinion, in a criminal trial.
Donald Trump, the 45th president of the United States, has been indicted by a grand jury in Washington, D.C. on 4 criminal counts.
To add another wrinkle, according to this article, it was Mike Pence who dropped dime on him. According to this right here, it says that Mike Pence took copious notes and he would use those notes to basically indict Trump. In fact, the notes, if you read the actual indictment, are referred to a couple times, which suggests that while Mike Pence was telling Trump, nah bro, I got you, I'm on your side, in reality, he was working with the feds. He was back there dropping dime on people.
You ain't got the one snitch. Snitching ass. Snitch. Snitching ass. You know it. And you know it. And you know it. And you know it. And I know it. And I know it. You know I know it. You know.
All right, let's be serious. This is a serious situation. We've never had this type of situation in our country where a president attempted to overturn an election. So what do we do here? If we, of course, let it go, then it would set the bad precedent that the next person could do it again, and maybe then that coup would be successful. But if we arrest him, do we then turn into a banana republic where we're throwing our former leaders in jail? I don't have the solution right now because I don't have all the information, and I'm just presenting the facts here for you. But let me know what you think in the comments. Should Mr. Trump be arrested? Should he actually charged? Should President Biden actually pardon him if he is convicted? What should we do? Let me know what you think in the comments. And of course, as always, like, share, and of course, comment, and do all the things. So that's all I gotta say about that for now. And if anything more comes out, I'll let you guys know. All right, I'm out. Peace.
You done got indicted for the third time. You done got indicted for the third time. Trump, yo, they got indicted for the third. How you get indicted for the third time? You done got indicted for the third time. Hey, Trump. Hey, listen. Ain't nobody got indicted 3 times. Yo, in the history of indictment. Rafer Evans, Big Meat. Ain't nobody got motherfucking indicted 3 times. You 3 times. And you started motherfucking run around acting like you ain't did eat motherfucking thing 3 times. What you think this is? Fucking spades? 3 of the fucking possible.